A very good evening, everyone. We begin at 11 with a very big day in Salem that's now stretching late into the night. Right now, lawmakers are cramming through bills, hoping to end the session before midnight and perhaps hang on to their weekend. Let's give you a live look from the House, where lawmakers are waiting to vote after one of the most contentious pieces of legislation, the nearly $12 billion transportation package, died because it did not have the votes. They're now hoping to salvage a few parts of what Republicans call the largest tax hike in state history as part of a much smaller package. Catherine Cook's live at the state capitol tonight with more on the effort. Catherine, seems like things are changing minute to minute there.
Yeah, and breaking news here, David, the legislature will adjourn with no funding to transportation. That is because HB 3402, a vote to move it for a third reading today failed, so that pushes it to tomorrow. However, if they sine die, which it appears they're preparing to do, that piece of legislation will fail. Now, it has been a long day, last couple of days, really, in fact, as lawmakers have really tried to cobble together a lot of different things for transportation. That so-called backup plan, HB 3402, was lawmakers' Hail Mary, originally filed in January around speed bumps. Today, amendments changed it into a super stripped-down version of HB 2025. Lawmakers held a committee hearing on it this evening before moving it forward. The Democratic amendment adds a relatively small gas tax increase that would have put 3 cents per gallon. That's compared to the 12-cent per gallon hike proposed in HB 2025. The Republican amendment directed ODOT to decrease weight mile tax rates for truckers every 2 years to keep them proportional to car tax rates. That was one of Republicans' biggest demands for the transportation package. Governor Tina Kotek testified in support of Democrats' proposed amendment, but almost no one else appeared supportive during public testimony.
No one is arguing that this solution is sufficient. It is a Band-Aid in every sense of the word. It leaves communities and local governments who are relying on state funds empty-handed. This bill does nothing new for transit, and we know that our local transit services are already facing significant financial headwinds.
I agree with some of what Governor Kotek said. There was a lot of work put into that, or into this. And we certainly don't want to be here in a Hail Mary process in the last waning hours of the session. The one thing that I'd like to point out that she didn't is that it also lacked bipartisanship.
We reached out to ODOT tonight after all of this took place to see where this leaves them. As you may remember earlier, ODOT told us that without legislative action, they would need to lay off 600 staff members. Again, 3402 failing to move forward tonight. Back to you.
Well, we'll see, Catherine, if they end the session tonight or try and hang on for tomorrow or Sunday. Has to wrap up by the end of Sunday, midnight into Monday at the latest. Either way, safe to say a big blow for Democrats in Salem today. Thanks, Catherine. Appreciate it.